What if nature became alive and started charging us for everything that we use? So let's say for a tree, we have to pay £100. For every litre of water we use, it's 10 pence. Would it then help us curb our consumption? Would we slow down? And what about if nature became conscious of the compensations we have, the legal structure we have, and nature hired lawyers, expensive lawyers, took us to court, filed a case against us as humans, and said, right, you have to pay for all the damage you've caused in the history of mankind. So all the trees we've chopped, all the rivers we've polluted, all the air we've polluted, how much is that compensation going to come to? And are we going to be able to pay for it monetarily in terms of money value? Can we even afford it? And if we can't afford it, what would be the consequences? What if nature tells us go away from this planet? Get lost. What would we do? The reason I'm asking these questions and I'm bringing in this perspective is because if you look at the history of mankind, we were okay at the beginning. Yeah, we had fights, wars amongst us, but we didn't really take the planet for granted. Whereas in the last 150 years, or even 200 years, we've really just become something else. There's no respect for anything anymore. And it's all about looking cool. Look at fast fashion, for example. Some people don't wear the same clothes twice. Why? Maybe because it's too cheap. Or it's available in abundance, and it shouldn't be. And as well as other things, right? Like packaging, coffee cups, single-use coffee cups. Why? Why do I need to look cool? Why can't a coffee mug be washed? What's wrong with that? But I suppose looking cool is also mandatory nowadays, right? Especially when you have so much money. So, coming back to the original point, nature's suing us, saying pay for all the damages, scenario 1. And scenario 2, it's saying going forward, you're going to pay a price for everything that you use from the nature. So trees, water, extraction of everything, fuel, oil, minerals, pretty much everything comes from nature, right? Your furniture, clothes, our food, drinks. So everything nature puts a price tag on. Now, first of all, that would cause huge inflation. So everything would rise in price drastically. When everything rises in price, hopefully that will help us curb consumption. Hopefully we'll become wiser with our decisions when we're wasting food, when we're wasting clothes, when we're using single-use plastics, or anything else for that matter. The other thing I had was, so in the nature you've also got the species, right? What if all those species also became conscious, alive, whatever you want to call it? They're already alive, nature's alive, but they also hired lawyers. So all the chickens we've eaten, cows, pigs, the other animals, they then get together and they hire lawyers and they take us to court for the murders that have been committed. First of all, who will be held responsible? Is it the person who's slaughtering them, the butcher? Or is it the end consumer who's a real culprit? Because murders are being committed, right? We are killing animals, so we could eat them. So who would be liable for the compensation or the sentencing? Who'd go to prison? And that's it. That's what I have to say. Hopefully it'll help us think twice about our existence, our usage, and we'll respect everything around us a little bit more. Just a teeny weeny bit more. That's all.